How's everyone doing? You're back with Jono for another quick math lesson. Today we're going to look at how to turn a linear equation into a graph. This is probably the most important skill that you're going to learn in linear relationships. If you can do this, it opens up the rest of the game for you. So remember that linear relationships are a combination of algebra and graphing. We've got two terms, x and y, and they are related in some way. So the most important thing here to remember is that linear literally means straight line graph. So just make sure that when you're going, that if your line has any bends in it or anything like that, you might have done something wrong in your working out. So the equations that we've been given, we've been kind of working on these, but they are telling us what is happening. Each single number has a role to play. So remember here that y is equal to 2x minus 1 is saying that every time x goes up 1, y goes up 2. The pattern is with the x. But this one starts at minus 1. That last number tells us where the pattern is going to start. And just make sure we know that when I mean start, I mean that when x is equal to 0, y is equal to minus 1. So you might be thinking, how on earth do I graph this? They're just some numbers that I have. What makes them special and how do I put these into a Cartesian plane? There are three really easy hints to be able to do this for any table of values or any single equation straight away. The first thing that we're going to do is put down our y value for when x is equal to 0. This is that last number every single time. So we just have to go up and down the y-axis as many as it tells us to do. After we've got that first point down, we just have to perform the pattern exactly as it tells us. So the pattern is saying that as x goes up 1, we go up or down a certain amount. Whatever number's with the x, just follow those instructions and you'll find your next point. Once you put that dot down, repeat step 2 again and again and again, and you're going to see that you'll be given a fully straight line of points all across this Cartesian plane. So for the example we were just looking at, we've got y is equal to 2x minus 1. We're going to start with that minus 1 first. So we don't move off that y-axis, that's our first step. We're going to be somewhere on this middle line, and this tells us we're going down one step. So from here we go down 1, and that is our first point. So that coordinates of that is 0, minus 1. So now all we've got to do is look at the pattern number here and follow that. So we go across 1 and then up 2. Across 1 and then up 2. Across 1 and then up 2. And we just keep following this for as long as our graphing paper goes. So you can see straight away there, that line looks incredibly straight, so I know I've probably got it right. And we don't only have to go in that one direction. The pattern's saying that as x goes up by 1, y goes up by 2. But if we go the other way, if x becomes 1 less, y goes down by 2. And we'll just fill those in really quickly here. If I go across 1 to here, I go down 2, chuck that in straight away. Across 1, down 2. Across 1, down 2, and that stays in that exact same pattern. And this is just going to repeat forever and ever and ever, and we're finished. That is a correct answer. So we're just going to have a look at another example, this time using a negative number. If we have a negative pattern, we know our line's going to go down that way instead of up like we saw on the last one. So this one we start off with that plus 8. Don't move off the y-axis. We're just going up 8 squares, which puts us right here. And now this time, every time I go across 1, I'm going down 4 on the y-axis. So across 1, down 4, puts me there. Across 1, down 4, puts me there. And you just continue with this pattern until you run out of space on the graph. Across 1, down 4, across 1, down 4. And again, we can see that we've got this straight line coming all the way through these points, but instead this time it's a negative number. So hopefully you found that really easy. As long as you know what the pattern is trying to tell you in that math sentence, I think you're going to find these pretty easy. Just a bit of a word of caution though. I'm not using the correct mathematical terms as I explain this. My major goal here is just to make sure you understand what the sentence is trying to tell you, or trying to tell you how to follow the directions. In my next video, I am going to go into slightly more technical terms just to make sure we understand what they mean and how to apply them in a mathematical setting. Thanks so much, guys, and I'll see you later.